So I'm on the floor like this. Coach White is on my back, weighing heavy on his shelf. And I'm exhausted as hell. So we're in this box that I have over here in this corner, which you can't see right now. I have my wrestling dummy on the ground over here is a station, and right here is a station. So in here is boxing. So we set up not boxing, but it's like this bodybuilding thing. So we set up the heavy bag in the corner of the box. And we cover up, and boom, right, every time. Boom, straight. Boom, back. 2 minutes. Switching arms. The guy inside here comes here. We get on the ground, and when you're coming out of the box and you're doing your body blow rounds, you are on the bottom. You're on the bottom. You're doing your bottom rounds from a wrestling standpoint or a fight standpoint. Now, the guy that's dealing with Marty, which is our dummy, wrestling dummy, you are 2 minutes of tying up with the dummy and doing power slams, power doubles, whatever your takedown is, and you're doing it 2 minutes straight, and then you get over and you're now top guy on top guy coming from wrestling dummy, on top of bottom guy coming from your grounding pin on this side, right? So Wida is on my back. I'm doing my bottom rounds. I'm exhausted. I think we're on like round 5 or whatever it was. I'm there, and I can't get out for the fucking life of me. He shelved me down, and every time I go to slip out, he just gets heavy, and he crumbles me, and crushes me down. And I was so tired. And my mind goes, dude, get up and do something. And I'm scrambling to get up, and I'm all over the place, and Wida goes, kind of starts laughing. And for a moment, my mind clicks, boom. And I stop, and I get out the way that I know how to get out, which is a crazy scramble because it's from MMA, right? But then I go, from a straight wrestling thing, how do you do that? And he shows me. And once he shows me how to get out, it's simple when you know, right? I'm like, okay, I got it. So here, I do a dig through, boom, and I'm facing him. Simple. Let's do it again. On the 10th time, I'm like, Wida, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. 10 more. And we're going. And my phone rings because I'm supposed to pick up my son from football practice. And I told him I was going to be there. And he's like, hey, Dad, I'm done. I jump up. I'm like, okay, son, you know what? Give me 10 more minutes. And I get back on the mat. And Wide's like, hey, you going to go get him? I was like, I am. 5 more. And he's like, okay, so we do 5. And then that last, after maybe about 30 of these things, the last 2, maybe 3, I get it right. Boom. I sit out. Face it. I get it right. Boom. Turn. Face it. Boom. Get faster. Boom. Boom. Get it right fast. And I was like, I got it. You see, if you want to be the best at something, embrace, practice over and over and over again. You have to put in the miles. Everything we do is about testing, having a challenge, trying to figure out how to do it, have somebody show you how to do it, and then do that over and over and over and over and over again. You see, people who aren't willing to win in life, people who don't want to lead, people who don't want to be professionals, people who don't want to be the best in the world at what they do are never willing to practice like that. They find every way away from working that hard to get something right. It's not about getting it perfect. It's about being precise. It's about being precision. Everything you do needs to do that. If you want to be the best at anything, you've got to put in the miles. You've got to put in the practice. You've got to put in the work. If you aren't willing to put in the fucking work, nothing you do is going to succeed. You can't be the best at anything. You see, we're leaders. We're looking to lead the world in what it is that we do the best. We're looking to be the best dads. We're looking to be the best husbands. We're looking to be the best entrepreneurs and business people. We're looking to be the best as leaders in this marketplace, in the world. Because, man, I tell you, man, we are needed more than ever. Because very few people are willing to put in the amount of work that we are, as well as hold a standard of living. This standard, the champion standard, to being the best at what we do. So our kids and our kids' kids can see what reality looks like by people who are willing to do that. And if you aren't willing to work that hard at practicing, you will never be the best. So if you take a look at some of the areas of your life that, let's say, you're a mediocre in, that's a bad thing. You just want to be great in business but an average dad. You want to have an average body but be the best in business. That's a wrong answer. An overall champion is a person that's willing to run the miles in everything he does. He makes it his standard of life, his way of life, not his standard of doing something in his life. everything is this way. Are you doing that? If you want to be the best, be willing to put in the miles. You have to be willing to put in the miles. You have to be willing to run those miles. You have to be willing to practice over and over and over again, doing the things that makes you the best at what you do. If you aren't willing to do that, you will lose and you will fail everybody in your circle. The world is waiting for a leader to be able to show up that is a champion for them, so we show them how things are supposed to be done, so we can be the beacon of hope. Because I can tell you, if you look around at the world right now, it's failing. Everybody's average, everybody's mediocre, and everyone buys into that because they're like, look at me. Everybody just wants to be fucking average, but they want to be seen. Champions never do that. Here's what we want to do. We want to practice. We want to get shit right. We want to be the best at what we do. We don't care who sees us. We don't care what it looks like. We just want to win. That's what I want you to work on every day. What area of your life are you committed to be the best in? And get to practicing in that. Get to working in that. Choose to be the best. Access the power required in you to do that every day. And then find the next thing. And then find the next thing. There's no end to who it is and what it is that we're willing to do to be the best. That's what the Champions Way is about.